of the NARL, North American E-Racing League Cup Series race at Texas Motor Speedway for the O'Reilly Auto Parts 250. The drivers are currently in qualifying right now. They should be done here in about a couple minutes. Joining me in the booth tonight is Decent House 23. How you doing tonight, Decent House?
Doing a lot better than I was last night, that's for sure. This Texas track is a tough one, so these guys have their these guys are going to be struggling a little bit tonight off turn 4 especially. It's going to be a very interesting race. It should be fun.
Yes, as Mr. Williams calls it, the Texas bite coming off of turn 4. Tonight in the field we have 20 drivers. You already heard Max to Boost 27, Jagboy, Wasted, Draven, Lights Out, Sharp, Jaw, Big Jim, Captain Kill'em, Swamp Fox, NR Lewis, Ronnie Mac, TK270 Kelvin, aka Kevin 1.0, Gator Mike, K-Bart, Shadowhawk, OG Infa, Lieutenant Crunch, and Bros United. So 20 drivers, all excellent drivers in the Cup Series. These are the cream of the crop of the NARL. Decent House, who do you have your eye on tonight?
Well, you know, it's going to be tough to go against NR Lewis. I mean, he's won 2 out of the last 3. Try not to show any bias because he is my teammate, but I think he would have a good chance, as well as you obviously have to pick Max Boost, you know, the Pro League guy. So I think those 2 guys will be tough. But I think Captain Kill'em and potentially Shadowhawk will be up front as well.
Agreed. I do believe those are 4 really great picks. I have my eye on Gator Mike tonight. He's been running towards the front pretty much all of these races. He seemed really fast at Atlanta last week until he blew a tire coming to pit road. I also have my eye on the one of You Already Heard. He won both stages at Atlanta and ended up P4. Shadowhawk 24/7. He was leading the last part of this final stage last week and ran out of gas coming out of 4 and lost to NR Lewis. And then I also have my eye on Jaw 2131. He's a guy that fell just short of the Pro League. Part-time driver in this series, but he is very fast and had almost won Chicagoland, so he's very fast at these 1.5 miles. And I believe he won the truck race at Texas last season, so he's one to keep an eye on as well tonight, as it looks like they just finished up qualifying. I'll get the results here in just a second.
Really, I mean, there's 20 guys in this field that could win this race tonight. I'm not really 100% sure on how many laps per stage or how far they can go on a tank of fuel, but you know, this race could end up potentially being a fuel mileage race as well, which makes it makes picking a winner even more difficult.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to have 52 laps in stage 1, 49 laps in stage 2, and 60 laps in stage 3, with a fuel and tire window right around that 30 to 31 lap mark. So Decent, I think you hit it right on the head with saying that final stage is going to be all about saving your tires and saving your fuel. Similar to how Atlanta was last week, that last stage, you saw Shadowhawk come to the line and ran out of fuel. So,
well, I noticed last night in the Xfinity race, you know, when we made our pit stop at the end in stage 3, we had 27, 28 laps of fuel. But you know, if you drive the corners deep and you're on throttle a lot, obviously that pushes the fuel even more. So I know in my car last night, I had to let off the gas a lot sooner going into the corners than what I was used to, and save a little bit of fuel in that final stage. So it's definitely going to be a strategy-filled race, and this pit road, speaking of pit road, is very tough to get on.
Yes, it is very tough. That yellow line for entry does creep up on you very quickly, and you're coming off turn 4, which is a trouble spot. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Tonight we did see a couple miscues going on to pit road last night in the Xfinity series, and last week at Atlanta you saw Big Jim get involved into an accident, and it looks like we're going to join, so I'm going to blue screen here for just a moment.
So who we got on pole?
On pole, we have Shadowhawk 24/7, followed by Killam and Draven.
All right, we are good to join.
Yes, we are.
All right, I'm going in live.
Looks like we're going to pick these guys up here on the backstretch. And they're off into turn one. Shadowhawk in the Black Lives Matter 43 Chevrolet. Leads them down the backstretch and into turn three for the first lap. So with 52 laps here in this first stage, Decent House, do you run it a little bit longer to the end of the fuel window, loosen it up for those final 20 or so laps so you can go a little bit faster? Do you split the stage in half? What's your strategy here? I know it's a little ways away, but I always like to think about strategy early in these races.
Well, I mean, obviously, cautions are going to impact that, but these guys are going to start getting loose off those corners, 10, 15 laps into this run. But if it were me, it would really depend on where I'm at in the field. If I'm kind of at the back of the pack, I may pit a little early and try to get some clean air on the nose of my car, as well as fresh tires to make up some time, and then just try to hang on and keep those guys behind me. But if I'm out front, I might stay out a little bit and maybe bank on a caution to trap some guys lap down.
It does look like that they're already starting to get loose from that Texas bite, as most of the front 10 are about single file right now. Pretty similar to the Xfinity race last night. This track is draft heavy, but it is a little bit tougher to get runs on this one just because of the pace and the speeds of these cars.
So I know last night it caught me a little off guard was, obviously I was a little loose off the corners, but as the run progressed, as I was stuck in traffic in stages 2 and 3, I was off the throttle more than what I was used to when I was running laps by myself in practice, and it actually wore my right rear tire out way quicker. So that's something these guys have to think about, is if they're out front, they're going to have to make adjustments totally different from when they're behind people and feathering the gas. So also just more strategy to throw into it as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of it depends on what slider these guys go with too. As we see, the front 5 have broken away a little bit. Shadowhawk, Draven, Killam, Crunch, and Sharp. As it looks like Draven gets a little bit loose off the corner, and they are going 4 wide into turn 3 and 4 here, as it looks like Sharp is going to take the lead in the 9 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Ooh, and someone's in the wall there. I believe that was Captain Killam that just did hit the wall, and he is going to fall way back here.
Yeah, I'm watching like mid-pack. Looks like OG, Jagboy, Wasted. These guys are going at it back here for probably 12th, 13th, 14th place. Getting pretty intense back here. Just fighting for every position.
Yep.
Looks like Jag just got the wall. There's a wreck off of 4 here.
And it looks like we are under caution. Let's try to figure out who that is.
Jagboy caught the wall off of 4, and Bros United was also involved. There could have been one other car, but it looks like a 2 to 3 car crash there off of turn 4.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Jagboy there, as he was, I think, a heavy Rookie of the Year favorite by a lot of these Cup guys. He was very strong in Xfinity, led much of the points last year, and I think won the most races in Xfinity, and I think he's had a pretty tough start to the season. A top 3 at Phoenix, but other than that, he's hadn't had many good runs. 4 tires and fuel here, or do you think anyone's going to play 2-tire strategy?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious if Shadowhawk pitted there because he started on pole, correct?
He did. He was involved in a wreck with Killam off of 4. He and Killam washed up and hit the wall, so they both fell back a little bit. He was the other driver involved in that little accident.
Gotcha, I missed that. I was curious because I know he was up front, and then next thing I know, he's back here in like 11th place, so I was kind of surprised to see that. But already Dyson here on the restart. These restarts are the best time to gain positions because, you know, pretty much this track, you can run the middle a little bit through 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, your best bet is to obviously avoid that Texas bite, but you know, run one lane near the bottom or slightly off the bottom is pretty much the only way around. So the best move is to gain spots on the restarts or capitalize on mistakes from your fellow competitors.
Yeah, absolutely. That Texas bite's tough, and I think the best way to get around that is just to exit as low as you possibly can and try to take a straight run off the turn. And then as soon as you hit that bump, start to go left. So almost carry it right to the wall and then make your hard left.
Yeah, I know the Texas bite got quite a few guys last night, including myself. I think I was in 3 accidents that was at the hand of the Texas bite, and I was very frustrated with it last night. But just move on, I guess. And yeah, this track, 704, I don't know what they're thinking with this, but it's a tough one. So
it's very tough. I think almost every single Xfinity driver, including myself, took home some of that infield turf. I'm surprised there's still some grass left from last night. As it looks like we have a battle for the lead is Gator Mike looking on the inside of Sharp, going into 1, and Sharp's probably going to get passed by all 3 of these guys. Gator Mike, NR Lewis, and you already heard in the 1. We're 3 wide here in the middle of the pack.
NR Lewis fighting for second, Mr. Consistency, as I like to call him. Just seems to always be there at the end of these races, so we'll see. And followed by his teammate, you already heard, up to 3rd place. So the elite guys are marching their way to the front, but it's still really early, so a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, Lewis this season only has 7 stage points. So far, his 2 wins have both come where he was not the leader on the final lap and took it out of 4 off of a couple mishaps, Jaw with the Chicagoland glitch, and then Shadowhawk obviously running out of gas last week at Atlanta. So it's a little surprising to see NR Lewis up front early. Maybe he can get some stage points. So we're going to ride along here with Max Boost for a little bit. He is our resident Pro League driver in the Gear Wrench #1 Pro League Chevrolet.
Looks like potentially Swamp Fox has either lagged out of this race or has blown up or something. He's sitting on pit road, at least on my screen. Maybe it's a 704 glitch.
Yeah, he's sitting on pit road on my screen too. I will check to see if he did lag out there. As it doesn't look like he's moving, so.
Still like a freight train up front. We've got about a 7-car breakaway, and then 5 car lengths back to, looks like 8th place to K-Bart. The top 7 guys looking like they're using a little bit of draft to try to pull away from the rest of the field here.
Yeah, and it's definitely a smart move to not use up all your stuff here. You're going to have to pit at some point in this stage. I think we got about 6 laps or so before the caution came out. Unfortunately, 704 doesn't give us a lap counter or a ticker, so we're kind of playing guesswork here. Right now, there are 34 laps to go, and I'm following Killam's stream. He has about 23 laps of fuel remaining, so you might see some strategy here at the end of the stage with that caution coming about 6 or 7 laps into the run. There may be some guys that decide to take 2 tires and try to get some track position. As Sharp hits the wall and gets a little bit of that Texas bite.
There's a wreck here in the back. I'm not sure who it was. Looks like OG Info was involved.
Yep,
Bros United
Wasted,
was in the
Bros,
grass.
OG, all in the grass here.
And it doesn't look like there's a caution.
And it does not look like it's a caution, as they're still racing up here. The front pack has gotten a little bit bigger here, as K-Bart, Max Boost, and Big Jim have all joined the draft of the top 7.
Shadowhawk is creeping his way back up towards the front after a little incident with Sharp. Was it Sharp earlier? Or no, Kill him. He got together with Kill him earlier. But those guys have rebounded. They are running, looks like 5th and 6th right now.
As we have a pass for the lead, NR Lewis underneath Gator Mike for the lead. And we might have another one. Just 2 teammates battling here up front, Joe and Lewis, and it looks like Joe's going to get the bottom and take the run.
Looks like the 4 car.
Lewis said not so. Lewis said not so fast. Is he going to squeeze down? Oh, I don't know if Joe's going to let him.
Oh man,
this is tight racing. I don't like going too wide off 4.
Yeah, it's really sketchy to go too wide off of 4. It didn't work for a lot of the Xfinity guys last night. So those guys made it work. But as those tires continue to wear, it's going to become even more difficult to do the too wide off turn 4.
It's very treacherous. Oh, Draven in the wall.
Looked like he might have had a little bit of help from the 43. Looked like they touched doors a little bit, at least on my screen here still.
And Joe to the lead, and he will lead this lap. And Killam's going to look under Lewis here for second, and I think he's going to clear him off too, as we are on 29 laps to go.
So your top 4 as they run now, the one of you already heard, the 14 of Captain Killam, the 19 of NR Lewis, and the 43 of Shadowhawk as Killam.
And Killam washes up.
Lewis and Shadowhawk are going to get by.
Looked like he may have clipped the apron, and this track, once you hit the tires on the white line, you're going to get pretty loose, so.
K-Bart sneaking into 4th place. Where did he come from? He was running 8th about 6 laps ago, so he's making his way to the front as well.
Just being smooth with your timing here. You got a really big freight train of cars here at the front. As we look back from NR Lewis. Not surprised to see the one out front early in these stages. He has been absolutely dominant this season. Already has 5 stage wins on the season, and I believe 35 stage points, which leads all drivers at this point. But he hasn't been able to close out the deal. Only a high finish of 4th place so far this year, and that came at Atlanta. So hopefully Joe, his luck turns around for him tonight, towards the end of these races. Let's go a little bit further in the pack back here.
You
On board with lights out.
Oh, looks like Captain Killam got in the wall again off of turn 2. I don't know if he had help, but he's now at the back of the pack, at the front pack here behind Max Boost.
Yeah, he dropped all the way to 8th place because of that, and
Somebody's crashing off 4. Jaw lost it off turn 4.
yeah, I don't know if Jaw was trying to come to pit road or what. Sorry, as I scroll through here, they don't make this very smooth.
It looks like Jaw missed pit road.
Yeah,
crashed in turn 4 and then tried to get on pit road, but came in a little bit beyond the yellow line, so definitely going to be losing a lot of time here. He'll have to capitalize.
Yeah, that is a tough break.
Yeah, he'll have to use stages 2 and 3 to try to get caught back up here.
Yeah, heavy front end damage right now.
The key now is just to stay on the lead lap at this point.
He looks extremely tight too. He's going to pull a Quinn Half here and try to get down to pit road from the outside. Back up a little bit further. We have some crazy battles here up at the front as we go on board with Big Jim. It looks like you already heard is pitting. some early strategy. Joe looking to get some fresh tires and maybe get a little bit of a lead on these guys. They do make up some. They do make a difference on this track. You can rip off about. I think the tire fall is about a second here, second a lap.
And it is confirmed Swamp Fox did lag out this race, so that's an unfortunate break for the driver, the 17. He's not had a very good season, and it continues tonight with the lag out. So got some pit stops happening now. A few guys ducking off here and there.
This looks like Swamp Fox does want to join the booth. Decent House, if you do want to send him, as NR Lewis is in the wall. Decent, if you want to go ahead and send Swamp Fox a booth invite, we can add him up here.
Yep, I can do that.
We'll see if there are any more takers. NR Lewis looks like he's coming to pit road, and these other front six stay out. So currently our leader is Shadowhawk, but after pit stops cycle through, I don't believe he will be up front. I do think it will be the one of You Already Heard with those fresh tires, but once these guys get fresh tires, they should be able to run them back down. It should be a very exciting stage finish. As we are on 20 laps to go.
Gator Mike is on pit road now. Coming in for his, I'm assuming, 4 tires and some adjustments. Draven as well is also on pit road in the 4 car.
And Shadowhawk is peeling down to pit road. Looks like he had a very clean entrance. And we'll go on board with Captain Killam. As we are looking ahead to K-Bart in the 42. I believe that's Wasted in front of K-Bart, but I think that was for a lap back, as it looks like Wasted is pulling away with fresher tires. So
it looks like Lights Out has been on
oh,
pit road as
Jim,
well.
Jim got a little bit of loose off of 4. Oh.
Jim's through the grass. Max Boost is now on pit road as well.
Jim just collected a ton of turf on the front of that Toyota Camry. That was tough. He got really loose off of 4. Killam came to his outside, and I think rather than washing back up the track, he put it down into the grass, and it looks like he's going to come to pit road this time.
Yeah, I don't think any of these cars have a sponsor that involves any lawn care, but they probably wish they would have, because this would be the perfect track to showcase the NASCAR Cup Series lawnmowers.
I think the only other track where you pick up more grass is Watkins Glen coming out of the bus stop, as it looks like K-Bart is going to be peeling a pit road as he gave the signal to kill him on the backstretch. Nice clean entrance for the 42.
So now, because we don't have a ticker, 704, thank you for that. It's definitely hard to tell who is out front. I believe
right now the leader is Captain Killam.
Okay.
He has about 5 laps of fuel.
You Already Heard or 1-2, I believe.
Looks like Killam is coming this time by.
Okay, so he's really stretched this run, unless he pitted during that caution flag, maybe to fix some damage from the early incident.
So I think the new leader now is Lieutenant Crunch. It looks like he's going to push this as long as possible, maybe hope for a caution, trap some of these guys a lap down. Hey Swamp, how are you?
I was doing pretty good about 10-15 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's no fun to lag out.
No, not at all.
When I think the 14 got a speeding penalty on pit road, as he's scheduled to be on for about 30 seconds. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that may end up putting the 14 car a lap down at this point. We'll see where he
May even put him 2 laps down.
Yeah,
I would say I'd probably put him 2 laps down. It's not a good spot to be at for him.
There's Lieutenant Crunch still continuing to stay out here as the leader. Doesn't look like he's coming down pit road this time either.
Yeah, I tell you what, Crunch is one of the best guys at saving in this game, and he's always pretty good at playing a different strategy than other guys. I don't know where he was running at before all pit stops happened.
Yeah, I think Crunch was running around the 10 to 12 spot. But I mean, looking at Kill 'Em Stream, he had 10 laps of fuel with 20 laps to go, so I don't think the best saver in this game can even save 10 laps of fuel at this track. I do think he has to come within the next couple laps here. And it looks like he is peeling off right now as we speak. So the 88 comes to pit road, and we'll see how that all cycles through. But my best guess will be Draven assuming the lead. It looks like Draven and Shadowhawk are in front of Joe in the 1. $7:04, if you are watching this, we would love a live lap ticker and running order, please, and thank you.
It looks like there are 12 laps to go on the Big Jim stream right now. He just crossed the line. 12 laps to go in stage 1. Now 11 laps to go. Looks like your leader is Shadowhawk.
Yes, Shadowhawk in the 43, followed by Draven, Joe, Max, and Gator Mike.
Kev, looking at that, it looks like the 42 is actually in front of. I'm sorry, the 4 car is actually behind the 42, so I'm not sure. I think he's a little bit further back. That may be a lap car in between the top 2 or 3 there. Maybe Captain Killam.
You are right. That is Captain Killam. No. Who is that? That's Jaw. No, that's the 14, or that's the 10 of Jaw.
Yeah, Jaw's a lap down, I believe.
Yeah, he had a little incident off turn 4 and then tried to get to pit road and missed pit road, so he's definitely behind the 8 ball here early.
Yeah, there's a couple people that had incidents off turn 4.
Yep. Okay, so it's Shadowhawk, Max Boost, you already heard Gator Mike, Jagboy, and NR Lewis, your top 6. So it looks like we have a battle between those guys back here. As it looks like Jag and Lewis both did get around Gator, so that moves him back to 6th, Jag up to 4th, and Lewis in 5th. Looks like we're going to be coming to 3 to go this time by. I will stick with these guys for the time being, as this looks to be the best battle of the stage.
I was kind of surprised too out there racing it. It looked like there was quite a few guys struggling off of turn 2. I don't know if you guys had that problem in the Xfinity race yesterday, but it looked like some guys were taking the wall off too.
I know on the longer run, turn 2 was a little bit loose for me. I don't know about anybody else, but didn't really have any issue tagging the wall. These cars are obviously a lot different than the Xfinity cars, so I feel like they have their hands full all the way around for this joint. So
very true. There's enough to get me sitting on the end of my chair trying to race.
It looks like Max Boost has moved his way into 2nd place and is haunting the leader at this point. He's running some pretty fast lap times. He's closing in on the 43. Looks like you already heard, and Jag was having a pretty good battle for 3rd place. I think Jag overtakes Joe for 3rd there.
As we are on 5 to go here. Be coming around to 4. Can Shadowhawk hold on to the lead here? As Max Boost is in his tracks, and I do believe he does have some draft now. Four to go here in stage 1.
NARL Lewis is holding down P5, so that would be the last position for stage points. So NARL Lewis is running 5th. Gator Mike is in 6th, and he's actually closing him just a little bit on NARL Lewis.
Looks like Jagboy has moved into 3rd. That's someone we talked about earlier in the broadcast, someone that just hasn't had the best luck and was involved in that first accident, so good to see him running up there.
It looks like NARL Lewis just passed Joe for 4th, so that pushes Joe back to the 5th place, the last stage point. Gator Mike is now reeling those guys in as they were battling, so it could be a 3-way battle for 5th here before too long.
Yeah, and I thought that might happen. Joe was one of the first drivers to come to pit road for his service, so it's not surprising to see him falling back here at the end of the stage. These guys around him probably have much fresher tires than he does, so we are on 2 to go, and Max is there on Shadowhawk.
Yeah, and just another thing hitting off Joe, just knowing being out there racing with him for about 10-15 laps, it did seem like he had more of a short run car than a long run car.
Man, this is a great battle up here that we're seeing. 1 to go in stage 1. Max gets a really good run going into turn 1 here.
Yeah, I don't expect any crazy moves out of Max, though.
Looks like the 43 of Shadowhawk will hold on for stage 1, as Max did make it very close there. 3rd place is Jagboy, 4th NARL Lewis, 5th you already heard, Gator Mike 6th, K-Bart 7th. Sharpen 8th, and I'm just waiting for Gator to scroll through here. Lieutenant Crunch 9th, and Lights Out rounding out your top 10 here in stage 1. So stage 2, 3 laps shorter than stage 1. I think we're going to see a lot of the same here. Guys playing some strategy if it goes caution free, pitting a little early, pitting at the halfway point in the stage, or running it out for the full 30 lap tire and fuel run. So
it looks like there are 2 cars 1 lap down, Jaw and OG Infa, and it looks like OG got around Jaw, or was ahead of Jaw when that caution for the stage came out, so he actually got the free pass. So I think Jaw's still trapped a lap down unless he took the wave around here.
And we're under green here for stage 2. Looks like nobody gained or lost positions on pit road, at least to the top 6.
So Swamp, you were out there for 10-15 laps. Unfortunately, you lagged out. But the awesome 704 servers, you know how that is.
Yeah.
How was the racing out there? Pretty aggressive. You know, how were the cars handling? Were they pretty tight in traffic, losing traffic? What were you feeling out there?
I mean, it was pretty intense racing, but guys were being patient. It seemed like everybody up towards the front was being patient. You know, you had guys making mistakes, getting loose off a 4, which is kind of common and stuff. And my car was personally handling pretty good. I thought I had it set up nice for the long run. It was a little tight early on after our caution there, and then right out. So I couldn't tell you much after that. But, yeah, guys were definitely being patient and respectful with each other, which, as the race wears on, we probably won't see.
Yeah, that's similar to how the Xfinity race went last, and I feel like stages 1 and 2, a lot of guys were pretty patient. There were still some dive bombs and stuff, which is to be expected, but I think once stage 3 hit, all of that went out the window, and it was go time. And you alluded here to Joe with the short run speed. He's gone all the way from 5th to a move for 2nd here on max boost. So Joe definitely looks like he has the short run speed tonight.
Yeah, I think he's going to be looking for a lead here pretty quick. See, maybe he made the right adjustment. Hopefully got a good long run setup going.
Yeah, I think there's a couple different things you can do for the long run. Obviously, raise the wedge a couple clicks, maybe go down on the right rear so that it doesn't burn up as fast. Joe usually does like to set his car up a little bit looser than most guys.
I'm pretty impressed with the way Max Boost was able to hang on the outside there for a lap and a half, 2 laps or so. It's definitely tough to do here, to run the outside line through 3 and 4 and still maintain. He's actually falling back a little bit now.
Oh, and Jag's in the wall. Oh, and then he's going to hit Jim. That's going to be a wreck.
That's going to be a caution.
Will it be a caution?
Oh, that's a big caution. Almost the entire back half of the field is in that. Bros, Lights Out, Jagboy, OG, Gator, Draven, Jim, I think TK270. Wow.
Yeah, you know, and that's what happens when you get stuck in the back of the pack there. That's why you want to have good track position, so you get caught up and stuff like that. You know, not your fault, not anybody's fault there really. Jag and Max got going into 1 and 2, and it just looked Jag got a little arrow tight and hit the wall coming off the corner.
Yeah, and as he came off, he hit Jim, and that just set off a chain reaction. It seems like Big Jim's been on the wrong end of a lot of those accordion effects this year. He has just not had some great luck here at these speedway tracks.
Yeah, and
that's your teammate.
Yeah, he would agree with you too right now. I can almost hear what he's probably saying.
Probably a lot of no words.
Probably, yes, a lot of no words.
So we're going to run it back here. It's TK270 Kelvin lines up 2nd. They played some strategy.
Shake the field up here a bit.
And it's tough when some guys are on 2 tires and then faster guys are behind them on fresher tires. That's going to make for some interesting racing here. A lot of guys are going to be impatient. This K-Bart's looking for the lead.
Cut Kamish. Getting a push.
Can he do it?
K-Bart has shown some pretty good speed here tonight. But it's not really surprising to see him take the lead. I was harping on him earlier that he had some pretty good speed as he moved from like 8th to 4th in a couple laps. So.
Oh, and TK270 Kelvin's in the wall. That's going to cause a little bit of an accordion effect towards the back. As he's gone from 2nd all the way to about 12th on this restart. So not great strategy by the 24. As K-Bart does lead that lap.
I think the 24 either took 2 tires or no.
Oh, and he's in the wall again. The 42 is going to wash up here. Sharp looking for the lead with a big push from Max Boost.
Yeah, I think Sharp's one of the more underrated guys in the league. That guy's got speed almost every track we go to.
Yeah, I think he was my pick for Rookie of the Year this year. I know a lot of guys had Sharp. A lot of guys also had picked Jagboy, especially after his dominating performances in the Xfinity Series last year. But Sharp leads all rookies this year with points right now, and I think he's in 5th place in the points, and he really hasn't done much early in the stages. I think has finished no higher than 5th, but no lower than 10th this year. He's been very consistent.
Yeah, that's what gets it done, really. Just being consistent, just giving yourself a chance to win as often as you can, and that's how the points come.
This will look back from Sharp as Max Boost is going to take a peek to the inside. May have been a little bit of lag from Max there, but
your stage 1 winner, Shadowhawk, is dropping.
Oh, it looks like someone's in the grass.
Yeah, how about Captain Killam up here in 4th? You had that issue on pit road. Looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, Killam seems to be fast pretty much everywhere, and I think that's why he's ranked #1 in our NARL power rankings right now. Points leader.
Yeah.
Been pretty much fast everywhere. Last week had another fast car, but I think stayed out one extra lap at Atlanta and lost the lead pack draft and had to settle for a 5th place finish.
Yeah, you know what they say? I'm pretty sure he's our oldest competitor out here. It's the old and wise.
Sharp's going to hit the wall here.
I think the 43 also stayed out on old tires here because he has fallen back. He's now probably 13th or 14th place after starting on the front row. Another guy who's making moves to the front, who just got the free pass, is the 48 of OG Info. He's up to 7th place.
You know, it's the thing that sucks about, I shouldn't say sucks, but it does kind of suck about these tracks.
Well, looks like he gave OG a commentator curse there, decent, as he just hit the wall at it too. Sorry, Swamp, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know, these tracks seem to depend on who can keep the bottom and who can keep the draft.
Just saw a pretty good move by Draven there. He did get washed up in 3 and 4, and rather than keep it 3 wide coming out of 4, he let off to not cause an accident. So really smart move by Draven.
Yeah, it seems like just from watching the stream here, guys, it looks like these Cup cars push a little bit more off turn 2 than the Xfinity cars. It's definitely made turn 2 a lot more interesting than I had anticipated. Seems like there's been more issues off turn 2 than turn 4 so far.
There's 2 Texas bites. Another driver that had early issues here as we ride on board with him, Jaw 2131. Currently sits in the 9th place, so he's back on the lead lap after taking the free pass on that most recent caution. As he's going to try to march towards the front as well. Jagboy, our P3 finisher in stage 1, looks to be mired back in traffic here in about 12th place or so, 13th maybe.
We're coming to 30 laps to go here in stage
3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. This Captain Killam's going to make a move. And he's going to lead this lap. So Captain Killam to the front after a speeding penalty in stage 1. So he looks to be very fast tonight. Oh, and he's going to wash up Sharp. Oh boy. That's going to bottle the field up.
Some help there, but man, did he miss? He missed turn 1.
And he just gave the door to Sharp twice down the backstretch. He is not happy with the 9 right now.
Well, 2 guys that have snuck up in here quiet night so far, the 21 are Ronnie Mack and the 11 are Big Jim. Up in this pack after 3 quiet nights so far.
K-Bart's up there too in the 42. As we ride on board with the 11. Riding here in P5. Killing back to the lead.
Yeah, I think he was a little frustrated with the 9 car there on that last lap. He gave him a few good shots, telling him, hey man, you know, it's early in this stage, it's only stage 2, why you gotta run me over? So you know, sometimes you gotta make a point early that you guys are racing too tough right now, too hard, going too hard too soon. So
absolutely
hard till the end.
So we're at 28 laps to go. We're coming to 27, so we're inside the fuel window here now, but we did have that early caution again in this stage, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how long these guys push it. I see on Killam's stream he has about 18 laps of fuel left, so again, similar to stage 1, about 10 laps of tires and fuel to save, which isn't doable. So you might see some guys push it longer, take 2 tires, some guys come in a little bit earlier, try to get that track position like the one of you already heard did. So lots of strategy to be played here.
Another guy moving his way back up to the front is the 19 of NR Lewis. He was at the back of his pack, now he's up to 4th, so making some moves here in the middle of stage 2, trying to set himself up nicely for the pit stops upcoming.
Yeah, and Jaw 2131, free pass driver up to 6th. Looking very fast right now as he has marched his way through this field. think it was the first season of the trucks.
Season 1 truck champion, so got the promotion. Probably shouldn't have been in trucks because he's very talented, but he was the champ and got a promotion to Cup Series and putting on a show here tonight. So he should be there at the end. You know, he's very good. So a lot of good drivers in this field, though, man. It's really fun to watch these guys. It's been a really good race so far.
As we look back from Captain Killam here, Joe's going to get a run. Killam got a little bit loose. May have been a little bit of contact, but Joe and Lewis to the front. 2 elite guys, 1-2. Max is going to go to 3rd, and K-Bart's going to make it look to take 4th here. So Killam looks like he got a little bit of loose out of 4, and that freight train, man, Texas Bite and the freight train, sends him all the way back to 5th. And one of his good buddies, Ronnie Mack, sitting right behind him in 6th. Swamp, I know Killam and Ronnie haven't had the best on-track experiences together. I know last year there was a little bit of beef between them. Do you think that's cooled down a little bit this year? You're in the Cup Series. You would know a little bit more about that than me.
Yeah, I believe those two have kind of chilled out a little bit. I don't think there's ever any like really huge beef between them that I personally remember, you know. I got my own guys I got beef with, and that's what I keep track of.
Looks like we got 22 laps to go here in stage 2. So when do these guys pit? Should they break it up now, or should they run it, you know, run it long like we were discussing earlier, Kev? You know, now's the time to pull that strategy if you're kind of, you know, outside of this lead pack. You pit a little early, try to get some fresh tires, get some clean air on the nose, and try to make up some lap time.
Oh, we have a battle for lead. Max is going to get the apron, though, and wash up.
Like, yeah, you know, I think if you were to pit on strategy, you'd want a couple of guys to pit with you. Just because I do think the draft obviously depends on some speed here. So if you could get a couple guys to come to pit road with you, why not?
Yeah, I think if you're back, these guys, like, as Sharp just hits the wall, somebody is coming to pit road. It looks like Gator Mike in the 32 is coming down. But I think if you're back here, like, OG, Sharp, Jim, Lights Out, Jagboy, some guys here signaling that they're going to go to pits. Max, K-Bart, Lewis all give the signal. Let's make sure none of them speed here. Like relatively clean entrances to pit road. Lewis does clip a little bit of the inside wall. No harm, no foul. Lights, Jag, all on pit road. Wasted in the 3, also on pit road.
The guys come here. Looks like Jim, Ronnie.
Yep, Ronnie's giving the signal.
It looks like maybe somebody else too.
Oh! The 43 gets a little help from OG. Oh no. He's got heavy front end damage now. I think 43 did wash up a little bit.
Grunch missed entry there. He's doing about 180 mile an hour down pit road.
That is not good for the driver of the 88. I'm a little surprised to see him coming this early. He stretched it till the very end last stage.
48's got some serious damage as well on the front end of his car, I think.
Yeah, he
hit him full bore.
He did. So that's a tough break for Shadowhawk, as he did have a very fast car in this stage. Likely going to end any shot at points, but still a lot of time left in the races. It looks like that's Lights Out in the wall going through the grass a little bit.
I think the 48 got the wall again, getting on pit road. It's a tough day on pit road for the 48, and the 88's just now getting back to pit road as well.
Yeah, we'll see where we cycle through. Oh, Killam missed pit road. Killam missed pit road. Not a good race for the 14. It does look like he did make it.
Just gonna comment here. Gator Mike was one of the first ones to pit road, and he has actually picked up quite a bit of track position from that. He's now sitting right behind NR Lewis, which I believe will cycle out to be fourth. And I would say he was probably what, 8th, 9th when he came into pit road.
He was actually Swamp. I was watching his stream. He was actually like 12th when he came onto pit road, so he gained a ton of track position.
Really great strategy by the 32. He's been very, very consistent this year. A couple tough breaks, but definitely a strong start to the season for Gator Mike. I do believe Max Boost has not pitted yet as we look for him.
Gator's actually in 6th right now, but still, what a great call.
Great strategy call.
Looks like the one car of Max Boost that has not pit. You're correct, because Gator's one lap down. So at least one or two cars you have to pit. So looks like K Bart is on the same lap as Gator Mike. So third place is actually maybe third place is going to be your leader coming out here.
Yeah, we'll see when Max Boost does come to pit road. Max might be trying the two-tire strategy here. The one of you already heard is on pit road. Maybe Joe was the leader. Yeah, it's tough when there's two number ones. I think Joe may have actually had the lead because he's on pit road now, and that's what Kill Him Stream is showing.
Okay, yeah, I see that now. Yep. We need to get this ticker. It's killing us.
This makes it tough. And it looks like Jaw has overtaken Lewis for the 4th spot now, so that will cycle him to, I believe, 3rd place. And that'll put Max in the lead.
So Max must have already pitted then.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like your top 5 now is Max Boost in first, K Bart second, Jaw. Third, Nard Lewis, and Gator Mike down the top 5.
And Jaw is going to give a little bit of a bump to K Bart. He says, I'm faster, let me by. So Jaw takes the 2nd place. And we'll see if he can go run down his good buddy Max Boost.
Gator Mike can hang on to this 5th place and get a stage point out of this. That's going to be a whale of a strategy call on his part. That's really good pit entry, pit exit, and getting back up to speed because he gained a ton of track position there.
Try to find Gator Mike here. Does look like Jag and Ronnie Mac are catching him, and will have fresher tires as well. As we have 9 laps to go here in the stage. I don't think Gator Mike is going to be able to hold on to this one.
Still, though, if he could if it still pays off and gains a couple spots and puts himself in a better situation for the final stage, it's still a win.
Agreed.
On the strategy move.
I think these guys behind him do have much fresher tires, as I think that is Sharp, Big Jim, and Joe, who out of all these guys has the freshest tires. So Joe going totally opposite strategies here as we ride alongside him as he gets under the 11 of Big Jim. Short pitted stage 1, fell back to 5th. This time said, no, I'm going to run it long and have the fresh tires to make up some time.
And sharpen the wall.
The real losers loser in stage 2 in this race is Shadowhawk. Man, he had a really fast car and gets in a huge wreck getting on pit road. He's way far behind with a ton of damage. So
yeah, I would say Shadow and kill them both.
yeah, forgot about Kill him. Yeah, Shadow and Kill him if they can, rebound from stage 2 and gain some spots in stage 3, which I think they have fast enough cars to do so. So they're going to be 2 guys on a mission, which should make stage 3 very interesting.
Yeah, I think Draven as well in the 4, Captain Killam's TJR4 teammate, also not having a great stage. I do think they are all on the lead lap though, so they are just hoping to get to the end of this stage, get some adjustments in, and march back towards the front. So I'll join our leader again. Jaw?
The man on a mission. The man on the mission right now is you already heard in the 1 car. He is a man on a mission. He's got way fresher tires than a lot of these guys, and
he's going. Yeah, I think he saw how
Ronnie Mack.
I think he saw how beneficial the fresh tires were.
Going outside of Ronnie Mack and then going after Sharp for 5th
a little bit of
place.
contact.
Tires definitely paying off here in stage 2.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind for stage 3.
This battle here between Joe and Sharp is for the 5th and final stage point. And Sharp's going to give him the spot. He says, Joe, you have the faster tires. I'm not going to race with you. In his Louisiana Cajun accent. And Gator has fallen back to 10th now, so looks like that strategy call did not pay off quite as well as he had hoped. As these guys with pressure tires just ran him down. Tell you what though, the other guy on a mission is the 10 of Jaw. He has reeled in a little bit of time on max boost with K-Bart and Lewis right behind him. And he got a little loose. It's commentator curse. That's how it works. Oh, and looks like on Gator Stream, Ronnie Mac, we're on 2 laps to go here, so this is the best battle on the track here for 2nd place in this stage. Jaw, K-Bart, and NR Lewis.
Looks like this is the white flag in stage 2.
Yes, Max Boost takes the white flag.
Unless Max has a problem, he's going to be your stage 2 winner. The question is, there's a huge battle for 2nd place. Got a 3-car battle here.
Yeah, we'll ride along with Jaw here. Oh, and Jaw does cut the wall. He's going to make a block on K-Bart. I think the 42 is going to get him. Well, maybe not. He's going to hold the momentum off the turn. Lewis underneath K-Bart. Oh, it's going to be tight. Jaw holds him off. Barely. A little bit of after the stage action here thanks to 704's amazing physics. Won't have any damage though, but yes, max boost your stage 2 winner, followed by Jaw, K-Bart, Lewis, and you already heard. So the final stage here, if it goes caution free, I think it's going to be 30 laps and 30 laps.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about earlier. I noticed yesterday in the Xfinity race, if you drove the car, with more throttle, obviously you're using more fuel, so these guys have to be wary of that and let off a little early and get back in the gas a little later and save that couple laps of fuel if this is going to go to the end. So this definitely could turn into a fuel mileage race. I'm excited to watch this stage 3.
Yeah, and to your point too, if you're driving the car harder into the turns, using more throttle, you're going to burn up that right front a little bit more. And if you let off the throttle a little bit, the right rear is going to pick up. And these Cup cars seem to be a little bit looser this year in Heat 5 versus Heat 4. So you think you got to tighten the car up a little bit too, just to make sure that right rear holds on long enough. I know that was an issue for me in the Xfinity race last night. I ran the first half of stage 3 a little bit harder than I probably should have, and actually burned off a lot of the right front just driving too hard, and had to pit a lap earlier than I had wanted to. So this is definitely a driver's stage here. Manage the tires, manage the fuel, get on the pit road cleanly, and try to win the race.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you're, it's easier to conserve the car and all that stuff, you know, if you're a little farther back in the pack. You're not on the throttle as much, and you save a little bit of fuel, easier into the corner, just with the effect of the draft there.
Yeah, and then you just have to manage the right rear at that point, right?
Oh, for sure, you know, make sure you don't slide it coming off, which is a challenge and task in itself. And
we have a battle for the lead.
Right
Jaw 21-31 to the lead.
oh,
And Max is in the wall a little bit. That's going to allow the freight train to go right on by him. Oh, and we got Jagboy in the grass.
That car transformed into a lawnmower.
He'll be taking home a lot of turf. When Jaw washes up, K-Bart to the lead. And your teammate, Big Jim, up to P5.
Yeah, not a fan of this track, but hanging in there for now.
Jagboy's coming to pit road. He's got a ton of damage.
A lot of front end damage on the 2. Wow. Tough break for Jagboy.
Really rough start to the season for him. He had that 3rd place run at Phoenix, and after that it's been straight off the cliff.
Yeah, during early part of the race, we had touched on that a little bit, how Jagboy came into the season as a Rookie of the Year favorite, along with Sharp, and basically besides that 3rd place at Phoenix, like you said, he has just had terrible, terrible luck.
It looks like Max Boost and Jaw has fallen back to kind of the end of this line here, so I wonder if they're maybe throwing in a little strategy, saving just a little bit of fuel, getting in that draft to save some fuel. So I don't know why they would fall back this far, but we'll see. Maybe it'll play into their hands.
Yeah, just playing a little bit of cat and mouse. I think that happened a little bit last week in the Atlanta Cup race. Guys up front, no one really wanted to lead that final stage, especially the first half, because you didn't want to burn your fuel and have to pit earlier than everybody else. It looks like the same thing is happening here. Go through the field here a little bit. We're on board with the 21 of Ronnie Mack. Looking ahead to this mayhem.
Ooh, somebody just lagged into Max there.
I think that was Max Boost just getting into the wall. And Lights is in the grass a little bit. Still looks pretty clean up front. I think Jim's looking underneath of NR Lewis here for 3rd as we ride along with Sharp.
Looks like you might have gave him a little bit of a bumper. Not really sure. Looked a little funny on my screen though.
And those are 2 ex-teammates.
Yeah. Not much love lost.
Lewis gave Jim. They're dooring each other pretty hard here. I wonder if Lewis did not appreciate Jim giving him the bumper.
Yeah, I don't think Lewis was a big fan of the pass. Whether he gave him a bumper or not, or stuck his nose under there being a little aggressive, but
Lewis is going to drop back here. Gator Mike back into the top 5. And Joe to the lead.
By Big Jim.
Yeah, Jim and oh man, Jim, Joe, and Sharp did not have the best Atlanta last week. Those 3 were involved in the accordion effect, getting on the pit road for final stops, and Jim got the worst of it.
3 wide for the lead.
Jim looks underneath. This is mayhem right now. Lewis gives a bumper to Gator. I don't know if that was on purpose. OG sent through the grass. Oh, they're loose. Oh, and they OG.
K-Bart into the wall hard.
Oh, that's going to be a caution. Huge.
Oh, I'm trying to find it.
K-Bart, OG.
And that will bring out the caution. OG into heavy, heavy damage to the front end of that 48 Chevrolet.
Wow, K-Bart.
See who else is involved. K-Bart, heavy damage.
Caught up in that.
A little bit of damage for Lieutenant Crunch as well.
I don't know if you can really blame that on any driver.
Jagboy, heavy damage. More bad luck for Jagboy. It looks like Shadowhawk's still a lap down. We'll get the free pass.
Talking Jagboy might have lagged right there on Sharp's. Maybe that's what caused it. Jagboy lagged on Sharp's screen, and the rest is history.
And Big Jim's going to lead him to green here, as I think they all did pit.
Yeah, I would assume everybody pit right there.
He's right along with Gator Mike.
Yeah, it looks like everybody did fit there.
We
Not
have
much of an advantage you stay out, especially this
no.
much time left to go in the race.
Yeah, with 46 to go. Still got to do a stop here and definitely take 4 tires. They're going to be about 13 laps short.
Yeah, that caution though has pretty much guaranteed one stop for everybody. So now it's going to be, full throttle balls to the wall here for the rest of this race. No saving fuel is necessary. So
oh, we got more.
Even more aggressive.
And Draven gives Joe the door.
There's a lot of guys that aren't huge fans with one another.
I think Draven and Joe are.
I don't know how
level.
many guys are in the cup, if you guys are in the Cup Series chat or not, but it has been pretty spicy after the last couple of races.
Yeah, Xfinity chat's been about the same way.
Yeah. Well,
You have the guys you like racing against, and you have the guys that you see in your rearview mirror, and you're like, oh boy, I better protect the bottom here before I get dive bombed.
yeah, and you have some guys, whether it's accidental or not, and it gets to you, and it seems like it's always the same guy every time, and it gets annoying and old after a while.
Yeah, it does. As Draven looks under NR Lewis for third, Draven is on a mission right now. He is taking no prisoners on his march to the front.
It's not. Joe right behind him.
Still right along Gator Mike here, sitting in second place. Big Jim in first. As Gator's going to look to the bottom of Jim, and he's going to get a huge push from the 4 of Draven.
Where did this guy come from? He was running 11th. Now he's going for the lead.
Gator, I think, has a big chip on his shoulder this year. Oh, and Joe's in the wall. Oh, bat.
He was able to hang on to that.
So they are 4 wide back here.
I was just going to say, it seemed like tonight that if somebody got a little high or washed up the track on the outside, nobody wanted to help you out. Everybody wanted to jump down and be the one to get around you.
Which isn't really all that surprising. This track is not easy to make passes at by any means, as it looks like we're going to have a battle for the lead brewing.
No, like you say, it's a bottom feeder track.
Oh, and Lewis and Jim are back next to each other. Wonder if Lewis is going to repay the favor. Draven to the lead. With Jaw in tow, followed by Lewis on that bottom. And Captain Killam up to P5. Guy that's had some pretty rough luck on pit road tonight with a speeding penalty in stage 1, and then wrecking, getting onto pit road in stage 2. Big rebound for him.
I think Jaw has the better car here. He just needs to be a little bit patient here with the 4 and time up his move. I do think the 10 car has the better car.
He got into the back of him there. It looks like the 4 did get a little bit loose off of 4, and Jaw didn't back off the throttle and got into the back of him and pushed him up the track. So Draven I'm going to get freight trained here, it looks like.
I don't know how these guys... I see another caution coming.
Yeah, there's no way there's not going to be another caution.
Especially with how this turn 4 is.
Looks like Draven's going to try to get down in front of his teammate, kill him. I'm not sure if Kill him let him down or Draven just really forced the issue there. Usually in the same...
Oh yeah, those two guys, they raced a lot together.
Draven gives the bumper to Lewis.
But they will give each other the work if they need to through the mics, so...
Let's go back in the field here a little bit. Let's ride along with Sharp, sitting here back in this second pack behind, oh, the front 7 or so. Looks like K-Bart's rebounded after that accident up to 8th place. Solid run for the 42 tonight. He's been a guy that's developed a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, missing the top 10 in power rankings every week, a new installment for the North American Racing League this year. So I think he's definitely trying to prove himself being worthy of a top 10 spot. I think if you're Jaw here, you just got to manage the lead as we ride along with him, showing the mess behind him. Single file freight train.
Yeah, and it looks like Joe's doing a really good job defending a possible dive bomb. You know, he's taking more of an arc and carrying just a tad bit more speed into the corners. It's making it pretty hard for Draven to get her up there.
Ooh, Kill him drives Lewis all the way to the bottom, and Lewis is on the apron. He's going to take Captain Kill him all the way up the track. I don't think Lewis appreciated that block there. Oh, and Lewis gets into Jim. Oh. Oh, no. Jim is not going to be happy about that. Oh, the bad luck continues for the 11.
It looked like from the contact in turn 4, it just kind of, or in through 3 and 4 with the 14 and the 19, that it got the 19 out of shape coming off 4, and Jim just happened to be there. I know that happened in multiple times in the Xfinity Series last night. It's just when you're on the bottom digging hard and somebody...
Oh, and Lights is wrecking. I don't know if that's going to be a caution.
I don't think so. It got Bros. Looked like Bros, Lights out. I don't know who else was there, but re-wide and used that turn 4 light happened.
But back to Big Jim, he has just been on the wrong end of every possible situation. It seems like he's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, Season 2, Cup Series Final 4 driver, Season 1 Xfinity Final 4 season driver. I believe he finished second that season, the max boost in the Xfinity Championships. I really hate to see it. Ton of talent. I'm sure his luck will change around. Possibly next week, or this Thursday at Martinsville. Solid, pretty solid there. But,
yeah, it's a great track for Jim. He needs a good rebound week. Jim had a really great run at Mid-Ohio. It seems like the tracks where he gets spaced down a little bit more, he's fine, but wrong place at the wrong time here again, back-to-back weeks. If we don't get a caution, it's going to be pretty tough for him to catch back up. Go back to the lead here. Gator Mike has made his way up to third.
Max boost. So Max is making his way back up. He's running P4, so no surprise here. But the Pro League drivers making a comeback here towards the end of this race.
It looks like Shadowhawk got a little bit loose there. Lewis back to the bottom. Looks like that 10 car is the guy to beat. Oh, and Max is in the grass. As soon as you say something, commentator curse.
Man, I gotta stop doing that to people.
Shoot, you're the new Avenged, man.
The Texas bite.
Maybe people are calling my name a lot in the Xfinity Series broadcast too, because I've had a pretty crappy season so far too. So maybe I'm gonna request them not to say my name.
There you go.
Jaw still out front as we are on 28 to go, so the fuel window is open, and it looks like Kenny and Wasted, sorry, 3 of Wasted and the 11 of Big Jim both on pit road. So coming early here, trying to make up some of this lost time.
Lights Out is also on pit road as well, so.
Yeah, you're in the back. Why not, right?
Right. You know,
Oh, and K-Bar gets loose, knees in the wall.
I was just going to say, if I was one of these guys up towards the front, you know, I'm cutting this just right in half from where we had the caution now with what we've seen some tire fall off.
Yeah, as we ride along here with the front pack of 3, Jaw, Draven, and Gator Mike. I think these 3 stay out as long as you possibly can. That second pack there, it looks like... Can't quite tell who that is.
Lewis is in it.
Jag Boys on pit road. Looks like Killam, Lewis, and Shadowhawk. Yeah, it's Shadowhawk.
Yeah.
You know, I think these 6 stay out as long as you can. Get fresh tires later on. That way you can make your way through the pack. You saw how valuable those fresh tires were for Joe in the 1 there at the end of the stage, coming all the way from 10th or 11th to round out the top 5.
Yeah, Gator Mike just had a hell of a move. Went from 3rd to 1st and 3 and 4. And it also allowed these guys, these back 3, the guys who we were just talking about pitting early, to catch up this front pack of 3.
Yes, Gator has taken the lead, and we have a 6-car battle up front. As we ride along with Gator again. I'm calling Gator's name a lot tonight, and I think a lot this season.
He's had some speed. I don't know, he keeps saying he's been getting hosed out of some good finishes. I know at Atlanta, I believe he blew a tire coming up pit road, and that ended his chances at winning that race. But he has definitely had some speed this season.
Lewis looks under Jaw, but washes up a little bit, but he's still going to hold the position, so maybe Jaw burned up a little bit too much of his stuff out front, and he's falling back a little bit here towards the end of this thing, as it looks like we're under caution. Jag and OG with heavy, heavy damage. I wonder if that was who was in it, but that's a really tough break for Jim and Wasted, as both of them are a lap down after pitting early, but TK270 Kelvin currently sits in the free pass spot.
Yeah, that just
adds insult to injury.
Yeah, that's not what those guys needed to see right there.
They might take the wave around, hope for another caution, and then come in and get tires.
Oh, that's their only shot, yeah. Take the wave around now. Everybody else here will be coming in the pit.
They're going to be inside the window too, so it's go time.
Yeah, put your final adjustments in and roll on.
So to reiterate, the only way you can take the wave around is if all the lead lap cars pit, correct? So I think all of them did, so it looks like I would say those guys probably did take the wave around.
Yeah, that they did.
Yeah, I think they just have to be in front of you before they pit. If a lead lap car is behind you on the track, I think you still get the wave around.
I know, it's a very confusing rule. I've really never understood it, so.
Well, and I think this won't shock anyone, but I think it's broken in this game.
Shocker.
Surprise.
There's Gator. Leads him here. I'll give you the lap count here in just a second. Jaw looks under NR Lewis here for second. 19 to go. So Jaw's shown that he has that short run speed, but he did fade there at the end of that run. So you wonder if he made a couple adjustments to give himself a little bit more long run speed.
19 laps is a long way around here. That's 19 times that you can hit the Texas bite, so Gator better hang on. It's going to be a wild 19 laps.
Yeah, and Jaw's underneath him right now.
I think Gator may have the better long run car, so this might be some strategy here to just kind of try to stay in the draft and hang in the top 2 or 3, and then pounce with 4 or 5 laps to go. So.
Well, Moose is going to wash up here, and that's going to allow the 4 Draven to get underneath him.
Yeah.
And the 14 to kill him, and the 1 of max boost, and the 88. Tough break there for NR Lewis running 3rd. He's going to go from 3rd to all the way back to about 10th or 11th here in just half a lap. It looks like his teammate, the 1, is going to let him... Oh, and Joe and Ronnie Mack make a little bit of contact on the backstretch.
Now those two... There's 2 guys that have been beefing forever, so...
Looks like Lights has damage again. A lot of it, so this has been a very tough race for Lights Out.
You know, Lights, he's another rookie for the Cup Series this year. Ton of speed in Xfinity. One of the cleanest guys in this league, and he's just, having a tough time adjusting to the cars and the competition level up here.
And it looks like
it's not easy.
TJR guys both getting under Gator Mike here as Draven and Kill him up to 2-3. Max boost in 4th. Can they run down Jaw? Jaw has checked out to a little bit of a lead here.
He has. You got 3 TJR guys lined up now.
Yeah, I always forget Max Boost is TJR. He doesn't drive the Ford, so it throws me off. We'll see if those TJR guys try to draft up to Jaw before they start racing for position here. But the 10 does seem like he has the best short run car in the field tonight. Another guy we haven't mentioned much is the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch running there in P5. Talked a little bit about him in stage 1, saving all that fuel. Running in the top 5, so really solid run here for Crunch. So I try to cycle to him.
Just getting ready to mention something in my mind.
Looks like Gator Mike is falling back here, was leading and now fighting to hold on to 6th, 7th place back here. So I don't know if something happened at the pit stop for Gator, if he went the wrong way on an adjustment or something, but his car is definitely not looking as good as what it was.
Yeah, sometimes these tracks change on a dime too. I mean, we've seen it from online practice races. You could be running super fast in one of the stages, come to pit stops, not touch a thing, come back out, and all of a sudden it's tight or it's super loose. And we have a battle for second here as Killam looks under Draven. Jaw loves to see that. A max boost is in the grass again. Crunch up to P4, Sharp in P5. If you're Jaw, you love seeing this behind you. Keep racing, guys.
Looks like Jaw's got about a half-second lead over these guys.
Oh boy, there's some mayhem back here. Shadowhawk in the grass.
Lieutenant Crunch going up to P3.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be a wreck.
Oh, and Max is around. Big wreck. Gator flipping. Oh.
Yeah, that caught Gator, Ronnie Mack.
Caution is out.
Well, we're going to be inside 10 to go here, boys.
It looked like
Man.
what started that. It looked like Crunch got a little high exiting 2, and Sharp ran into his bumper and then pushed him into max boost, and then it was on from there. I was following along on that one. I got the front row seat for that one. It was
Yeah, I wish you had the controls for that one. I'm sad I missed a lot of that wreck. Gator was airborne a little bit. You can kind of see it in the corner of one of the screens, but tough break for Gator Mike.
Gator was staring at the top of the huge television screen in the back stretch. The realistic 704 crash, you know.
And
Alright.
well, this allows Jim to get back on the lead lap, and it looks like Joe may be playing some strategy here as he is up to first. He gained 10 spots.
Pit, I don't know if he might have taken 2 tires.
That's my guess, is that he took 2 tires because he did pit.
Gonna leave Captain Killam in a prime spot as far as I'm concerned.
Killam's gonna get a really good run here. Because we're going to ride along with Killam. He has given Joe a heavy push down the back, and Jaws on the outside.
Yeah,
Going to send it off into 3. Oh, and they're going to go 3 wide here. Joe gets a little loose. Killam's down on the grass. Draven gets a little loose.
Oh, we got a big, huge wreck.
Huge wreck.
Another big wreck. And our Lewis is involved. It's going to bring another caution out here, guys.
Yeah, I believe this is going to put us in overtime, too.
That was like half the field. OG Infa.
Yeah, Lewis heavy
Lights,
damage,
Rose.
lights damage. All right, so now for these guys, I think your bed's made at this point. I don't think Joe can come in and get 4 tires. I think he's got to stay out.
Yeah,
As of
he may come in.
As of right now, he might be pitting.
Hopefully they show, which I don't know, you know, mind games being played here and there, but
It's so stupid that you can't take left side tires in this game. I've never understood that
it's, yeah, nobody
Yep.
doesn't look in the top 10. But yeah, the no left sides is so dumb, especially at road courses.
And we're on board with Jaw here. 2 to go. Oh, and Jaw's going to get a little bit loose there. Oh boy.
Looked like Crunch was trying to get into a hole that wasn't there.
I would be very surprised if there's not another caution here. Looks like Joe is really holding up that bottom line on the 2 tires. And Jaw is just marching away from the field right now. Oh, we got more contact here. White flag. Next flag will end the race.
As long as Jaw hits his marks, he's going to be your winner today.
We are 3 wide back here. Oh, and here's a wreck. Gator goes around. Lewis around. That's going to end it.
Oh, Lewis is flipping. Wow. That's it. Race over.
Don't shoot, boys.
That'll do it. Jaw, 21-31, your winner.
Followed by Lieutenant Crunch, Captain Killam, Draven, and you already heard your top 5.
Do either of you guys have Jaw to invite to the party here?
Let me see here. I believe I do. Just from commentating trucks last season.
I do not.
What a finish.
Is it Jaw 2131?
Yes.
He must have blocked me. I'm just kidding. I suggest him.
It looks like Lieutenant Crunch had your fastest lap at a 29:37.
Do either of you guys have them? Oh, you did? Okay. I'll go blue screen here for a second. Decent, you're going to have to accept that one. You're going to have to accept the suggestion.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, there we go. And we're joined by our race winner, Jaw 2131. Jaw, that was an excellent run tonight, man. Congratulations. Your first cup win? Is that your first cup win?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. How'd you do it?
Well, I was pretty unlucky in the first stage. On green flag pit stops, I spun it coming on a pit road and got trapped a lap down. But after that, like stage 2 and stage 3, I made a good adjustment and felt like I was the fastest car at the end.
Yeah, we did catch that spin coming onto pit road, and then you going about 185 down once you missed it. So that was a heck of a rebound, man. Congratulations. Like you said, you did look like you did have the fastest car there in stages 2 and 3. You were motoring through the field in stage 2. Seemed like you had one of the better short run cars because you did start to fade there before that caution with about 10 to go. But nonetheless, congratulations. In the booth, I'm joined by Decent House 23 and Swamp Fox. So, Decent, do you have any questions for Jaw?
First of all, congrats, Jaw, on your first win. It's pretty cool. Texas is a tough track to get your first win at, to win at in general. Yeah, just a quick question. Turn 4. Turn 4 is the crazy spot on the track. Did you set your car up a little bit to kind of keep yourself away from having that issue off turn 4? Because I didn't really see you get out of shape very many times, if any at all. So
as long as I kept it on the bottom going into that little dip in turn 4, I was fine. And turn 2, there's like another little glitch on the dash line, on the lowest lane. If you go up on that, it'll make you go straight to the wall. But handled it pretty well for the most part.
Gotta love those 704 physics, right?
Yeah, so once again, congrats. I know that when that caution came out, you were probably thinking, oh no, this is going to be pretty wild, and it was, but you were able to hold the outside with 2 tires underneath of you and be able to come out with a win, so congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
Also joining us is Swamp Fox. Swamp, anything for Jaw?
Yeah, hey, Jaw, congrats. I'm used to, asking you questions after the race and Truck Series, so congrats on your first win. It really seemed like you had a short run car tonight. When those cautions came out there towards the end, did you feel like you had the race in the bag or had a pretty good shot at getting the dub?
Yeah, my car was very fast in the short run. Pretty confident.
10-4. Well, hey, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations on the rebound. Once again, your winner, Jaw 2131. Have a good night, bud.
Yep, you too.
And we'll work on getting Lieutenant Crunch in here.
Tell you what, Crunch was like the Mr. Where Did He Come From? Because he was caught up in quite a few issues, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the race, he was running P2. So.
And we're joined by our runner-up tonight, Lieutenant Crunch 08. Crunch, you didn't have the best night, but somehow you found your way up to P2 for the end. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good the way the night started. Definitely not a good start to that race.
Hey, but it counts just being there at the end, right?
Mm-hmm. I had the car working real good there at the end. It was really fast and definitely could compete there at the end, but, didn't work out.
Yeah, it seemed like on that final restart, you and Jaw had a really good run on the outside there, even though I know Joe below you guys had 2 tires, but it seemed like you guys were able to just power right around them.
Yeah, I think Jaw missed his entry a bit in one. It pushed me up the track, and that kind of ended me being able to get a good run on him on the last lap there, but I still had a good enough gap I could hold on the second.
Definitely. In the booth with me, I have Decent House and Swamp Fox. Swamp, do you want to go first this time?
Yeah, I suppose so. So, hey, you were playing possum with them early on. Uh, but no, hey, congrats on a good run tonight. You know, honestly, you were having some pretty bad luck, but it almost looked like it was survival of the fittest out there to get back up front. Other than that, what kind of strategy did you play to get back up there?
Just try to dodge the people wrecking and hitting the wall and stuff. It was really wasn't much strategy, just trying to hold the bottom. You'd give up, you'd give up, get out of the gas and stuff. You didn't want to take any runs on the high side because it didn't work. So you're just giving up stuff to stay on the bottom, and you kind of could keep moving forward like that. And that's just the way 1.5 milers are in this game. But I'm just happy I got back up to the front.
Oops, did we lose Swamp?
No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
Trying to read the correct chat. No, hey, congrats on your run tonight. Hopefully I can. Well, I wouldn't mind lagging out at Martinsville, but hopefully we'll see you at Martinsville for 250 laps.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's 2 back-to-back top 3 finishes. Did you get third or second at Atlanta?
I got third last week.
Third, so back-to-back solid runs here for you. I'm also joined by Decent House. Decent, do you have anything for our runner-up here?
Yeah, man. So first of all, congrats on P2s. Like, Mr. Where did he come from there at the end? So I know you had some bad luck in the first couple stages there, and some issues with pit road. And I know this pit road is very difficult to get on, but
that was a whole nother mess there. That wasn't my fault. Apparently everybody decided they were pitting at the same time and took the entire track, and I just slammed into one of them, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the pit road is very short here, so, guys backing up on the bottom, and then you got to worry about the turn 4 glitch, so I understand that. So I don't really have a question for you, but I just wanted to give you a shout out for finishing P2 at a tough track. So Texas is my enemy, and it's probably a bunch of others.
Thank you.
So, but good run, and try to keep the momentum going for Martinsville.
Hopefully.
Absolutely, and you're not in the top 10 power rankings, but after the last 2 finishes here, third and second, things look to be trending up in your favor. So congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
Crack a cold one and have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, do we want to get
in the booth? A good night.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we want to get one more in here, or want to go with just the top 2?
There's a lot of mad guys. I'm sure you could get a couple good ones.
Yeah, we'll get we can get Killam up in here. He was third, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, Swamp, you want to send him an invite?
Crunch, who else was mad tonight?
Gator wasn't happy. He'd probably be a fun one to interview. Probably third through 20th was pretty upset. Well, no, you're probably pretty happy right now, Swamp, but everybody else wasn't that happy.
I want to say
I was in second. I wasn't happy.
I'm not mad at anybody except 704 or my internet, whatever reason.
Oh yeah, I mean, now that I'm in the booth, I'd really like to shout out 704 for making yet another just god-awful game. Absolutely love playing this game and want to just absolutely throw my PS4 out the window. So I'd just like to give them a shout out for just, keeping me depressed and stuff. So
hey, man,
definitely, man.
I'm right there with you. Last night, I actually quit the league for about 18 hours because I was so PO'd. So I'm with you on that, man.
Yep, just shout them out. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we can.
Have a good night.
Take care, Crunch. Yeah, we can get Gator up here or Kill him in here. Gator.
I sent Kill him an invite, so.
All right, we'll give him a minute or 2 to join. I think he ran. I don't know what car he ran tonight. I don't have. And we're joined by Killam. who came in third place, had some really, really rough pit stops in stages 1 and 2, but managed to bring it home P3, man. Congratulations. Definitely didn't expect that from you. How'd you get it done?
I mean, I had a fast car. I worked my way from the back of the field to the front of the field several times in that race. And that track's hard to pass on. But yeah, that track is so glitched out, man, that it's hard to do anything there. So that's what I'm blaming my pit stop errors on. Couldn't be the driver.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of people had issues. I know Jaw messed up getting onto pit road, our race winner. You messed up on pit road. A couple other guys did too. It seemed like it was just survival of the fittest at the end there. But I'm joined here in the booth by Swamp Fox, who lagged out, and Decent House. So if they have any questions for you.
Yeah, Swamp, I was right behind you when you did that.
Dude, I was like...
You went left, and I was like, where is he going? And then you just disappeared.
Coming straight to the booth.
I was yeah, straight to the booth. That's right where I was going. No, I was like, a huge run on me, and then poof, everybody's gone, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So, can't catch a break early on, but no, man, you had a rocket ship tonight. Watching you there, you know, at mistakes, got caught up in some other people's crap, and still managed a third place finish. So congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Decent. Do you have anything for our P3 guy tonight?
I was just going to mention, you know, you and Draven were working pretty good together there in stage 3, drafting and trying to get up to the front. But do you think you had anything for Jaw one-on-one? It seemed like his car was super fast on a short run, but it seemed like you guys were a little better on the longer run.
Yeah, absolutely, because looked like Draven was getting a little loose, and so I went around him, which I wasn't trying to do until I saw he was getting a little loose. We weren't gaining on Jaw. Once I got around him, I gained on Jaw every lap until the caution flag came out. I had his draft at that point, so I was going to catch him. So yeah, I mean, he had a fast car, but I think I had him on that run if we would have went green. So.
Yeah, Jaw mentioned in his interview that he had a stellar, short run car, but did mention on the longer run he wasn't as good. So, cautions sometimes fall your way and sometimes they don't. So, but still, congrats on P3 and Martinsville should be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, Martinsville. I'm looking forward to that.
You won Martinsville last year, right?
Yes.
Swamp, did you go about 20 laps down in that one?
Yeah, I know I finished 8th, but I think it was like 3 or 4 maybe.
Oh man.
I'm not looking forward to it, let me tell you that much.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one.
Interesting if we get all 20 guys to show up at Martinsville. That should be quite the interesting race. So.
Oh.
Over under on cautions at like 8, 9.
I mean, hopefully not that many. Maybe everybody will be patient and give space there. I know that's hard to do, but makes it fun.
Yeah, that's not an easy track with these new higher horsepower cars in Heat 5 on the short tracks. It seems like if someone hits their brake point a little sooner and someone goes a little late, they're right in the back of you.
Yeah. I mean, that was happening to me at Texas. In traffic, trying to lift and not run over the guy in front of me, I'd get booted. I know that happened when I was in, I don't know, like second or third. Max was leading. We went in the turn and somebody booted me right into Max. Felt bad about that.
Yeah, there was a lot of crazy contact tonight, but somehow you survived and ended up P3 after a couple pit mistakes in stages 1 and 2. So congratulations again on the run, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you up front at Martinsville on Thursday night.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Yep.
All right. Well, that wraps it up. I'm sure there's a lot of hurt feelings right now in the NARL Cup chat. Unfortunately, the viewers that aren't in the league don't really get to see that much. But any takeaways here, Swamp? Anything you're looking forward to on Thursday night for Martinsville?
Absolutely nothing I'm looking forward to at Martinsville.
Who do you think? Who are the favorites here? Captain Killam's usually pretty good there.
Killam's good.
No
Jim's
Jim,
there. Um,
Max if he's in.
Max, if he's in, I don't really think you're. I don't think it's one of you already heard's favorite tracks, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, Martinsville's just a tough one.
Yeah, for
But
sure. It's definitely a driver's track.
definitely is. As I just scroll here through the legal stuff, if there was some music playing, we don't own any of the rights to that stuff.
Tell
All
you
that
what, man,
mumbo jumbo.
I'm super excited. You guys were talking about Martinsville being a wild race for the Cup Series. We got 2 more wild races coming up in the other series. We got we got the Truck Boys at Texas tomorrow night, right?
I do believe that is the case.
Yeah, so that's gonna be wild.
But we have Bristol on Wednesday night for the Xfinity Series, and then as we mentioned before, the Cup Series is at Martinsville. As I just quickly check the truck schedule.
So pretty much,
Yep.
you know, if you enjoyed the race tonight, the next 3 nights are going to be pretty crazy. So I suggest you tune in to the NARL because you got some truck guys at Texas, you got some close contact, short track bumping and grinding at Bristol on Wednesday night in Xfinity Series, and then Thursday another short track paperclip Martinsville. So it's going to be an action-packed week. Hope you guys tune in.
Absolutely, tune in. 8:45 Eastern. 3 more races left for the week. For Swamp Fox Decent House, I'm Kebro716. Good night.